Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle Kumalo. I do videos based on faith, lifestyle and homemaking. So in today's video I'm going to share with you guys my labor and delivery story. Since I didn't get to film it, I might as well tell you, but I'm hoping that the next deliveries that I have, I'm definitely filming them for memory's sake, because my phone crashed and I barely have any footage from that day. Only memories on my head, in my head I mean. So 2 years ago, it was just a normal day. Mind you, I was 39 weeks and 2 days. So me being a first time mom, I thought like, usually the stories that I've heard were people not getting into labor until after their due date. So I was really like chilled. I was chilled, not trying to do much, just chilled and thinking, okay, wake up in the morning, my husband goes to work and he leaves me at home. Okay, so I'm doing my chores, not that much chores because I was heavily pregnant. So I cook my breakfast, I cook my lunch, and then around past 2 p.m. to 3, I start feeling those cramps. At that time they're just like period cramps, they're just very light pains. So I'm like, this has never happened. Mind you, I didn't even get Braxton kicks throughout my whole pregnancy. I didn't even get those false alarms. So now I'm thinking, okay, this might be a false alarm, since I'm close to my delivery date. Maybe my body is now starting to prepare me. So I immediately like tell my mom I'm feeling those pains. Okay, she's like, okay, just try and chill and monitor them a little bit. Okay, so I'm like, okay, that's what I do. I like just chilled. Mind you, I was going to have my photo shoot. I don't know why I delayed that much. I wanted to have a maternity photo shoot that weekend. So well, I never got to get my photo shoot because I got into labor sooner than I expected, So I tell my mom I'm feeling those pains, okay, and then she said, okay, chill. Then I chill a little bit, but then I hadn't even started packing. Okay, everything was sorted, like baby's clothes were clean, my clothes were clean, everything for the hospital bag was there, but it just wasn't packed. So I'm like, okay, this could go south, So I start, my mom says just pack your clothes, like are your bags packed and all that. So I'm like, okay, let me pack my things. So I pack my clothes and the pains are still coming, 3 o'clock they are coming. Okay, I'm like, okay, I pack my bags, and around 4 I'm like done. Then 5 o'clock I start around 5 o'clock, yeah, I'm like, okay, let me take a bath in case anything happens, in case I need to really go to the hospital. Let me just take a bath and be fresh. So I take a shower. I already bathed in the morning, but I was like, let me just bath again. So before I take a bath, I go to the toilet, and then when I was wiping, I see blood. It wasn't like blood, but it was pinkish. So I'm like, what is this? This is weird. Then I let my husband know, and so he's like, okay, but are you feeling like that much pain? I wasn't feeling pain. Like, it wasn't that much pain. It was like a period pain, So all along, I'm telling myself that I've been telling myself throughout my pregnancy that I wanted to labor at home and then go and give birth at hospital. I didn't want to go and labor at the hospital. So all the time, I'm trying to be really strong. I'm trying to be really strong and try and labor at home, so that I don't get to be at the hospital for a long time before giving birth. So he's like, okay, coming. It was around 4-5. It was around 5, yeah. So around 5 I take a bath. I'm sorry if I'm mixing up times or I'm just keep on repeating, because it was 2 years ago, guys, but that was a timeline, you know. So I take a bath. After taking a bath, I then realized that that was my mucus plug, because Google told me that. I googled so Google told me that. And after that I actually called my doctor and told him that I had blood, what, and he was like, oh, that is your mucus plug, you know. So he's like, okay, just time them, and he told me to time the contractions, like time the how long between the pains. That's like timing the contractions. Like if you feel pain and it goes down, you have to time like how often it's coming back. Okay, so 6 o'clock. Okay, 6 o'clock. It keeps on getting a bit worse. The pain is increasing. So I tell my husband, sir, please come home, because I'm in pain. So he's like, okay. He comes home, and I was like already cooking dinner. So I cook dinner, we eat, but then I'm struggling to eat because I'm like eating, and then it comes, then I have to breathe, and then we continue. I eat, it comes again. So by the time I think the contraction started to become like 5 minutes apart, that's when I told 5 to 3 minutes apart. It will be 5, then it will be 3. So it's like, let's tell the doctor that now it's 5 minutes. So the doctor is like, okay, you can go to the hospital. Okay, then the bag was already packed. Luckily I packed my bag, because I don't trust my husband would have packed my bag properly in case I had to be admitted and he had to come back home to take the bags. So I take my bags, I take everything. And that winter, like that June, it wasn't even that cold. It was like, okay. So I take my I don't even wear a jersey because I'm not cold. So I don't even wear a jersey. I carried my jersey, I carried my blanket. So we go to the hospital, then we get there, give them our papers, they book me in, they admit me because clearly I'm on labor. And then like nurses come and they put me in a wheelchair, dramatic, but it was like special treatment because I'm a pregnant lady. What do you mean? So they wheel me up to the maternity ward. I get to the maternity ward, they weigh me in, and then they put me in a room. So after putting me in a room, because I'm feeling these pains, they're coming and going. Like, to be quite honest, right now I don't remember the pain exactly, but I just know it was painful. I know that pain was painful. Like, your labor is painful, guys. That pain was really intense. So I get into the room. I have to change into like a hospital. It's a hospital what? Like a hospital dress, which is open, which is like, it will be like open at the back kind of. So yeah, I get into that hospital thingy, the hospital dress, and they have to take my urine samples. Then after that, the nurse had to check how many centimeters I was dilated. When she checked, I was 3 centimeters dilated. But the checking, people will never, let me tell you, they'll never prepare you for it. No one told me that I was going to be checked like that. It was so painful. Lapo, you are feeling the contraction is coming. And then she is checking you. Oh, the pain. Oh my god, I was in so much pain. So she checked and she was like, oh, you are 3 centimeters dilated. And then she leaves the room. After she leaves the room, I feel a gush of water, like, I'm like, oh, my water just broke. I just knew that my water broke. So I'm like to my husband, call the nurse, I think my water broke. And she was like, oh, okay. And he was like, okay. He calls the nurse, and then the next comes in. She's like, because I haven't even checked, like I'm not even checking because the pain in the contraction is killing me. So I didn't even check to see, okay, what's happening down there. And then the next comes and she's like, oh. It's like, oh. I'm like, okay. Now I'm like, are you saying oh because my water broke? Door, it was supposed to break. And she was like, oh, the baby, oh, there's it's called muconium. I'm gonna put the spelling like I forgot. I don't know how it's pronounced. So it's like, oh, there's muconium in the water. So the water, your waters are supposed to be like clear, I guess that's what they say. So the waters are supposed to be clear, but mine were a bit greenish, like that poopish greenish. So it meant that the baby had passed stool in the tummy, which is a very, very, very tricky and very emergency situation. Like, it's just it's bad. Actually, it's bad. Let me just say it's bad for the baby, for him to pass stool in the tummy, because they can inhale it and it goes to the lungs, and the lungs can fail. Remember, baby's lungs are really fragile in that. So at that point, I'm like, I don't even know what it means. They're just telling me, okay, the water is meconium, and I don't even know what it means. And then my husband asked, okay, what do you mean? Said, oh, the baby has passed stool. And she's like, okay, we're like, okay. Now the nurse is like, okay, I have to call the doctor now. So he calls the doctor, and already I was being monitored. The baby was being monitored, and the heart rate was not as it was supposed to be. The baby seemed to be in distress. So they're like, oh, okay, the doctor is on his way. So the doctor comes, and then when the doctor comes, he checks again my dilation, and I'm still at 3 centimeters. It hadn't been like an hour. It was around 8, to be honest, by that time. Around 8, 9, I think. So they're like, oh, okay, you're still at 3, and the pain is still coming. So when the doctor comes, he explains to my husband and to me that, okay, when a baby passes stool, the poop can go into the lungs, and they can really, really be in a bad state. So he's like, okay, you guys can make a decision on what we want us to do. We can wait for you to be fully dilated and give birth naturally, or we have to schedule an emergency C-section like right away. So I'm like, So now I'm not even talking to him, because the pain, like, when you're in labor, at times you won't even get time. There's a point where your phone is away. There's a point where I was updating people, like, I'm in labor, like my close relatives, my close friends. I was telling them, I'm in labor, I'm now what. But there was a time where my phone was just like far from me. Like, I didn't want anything to do with my phone. So I was like, So my husband is like, okay, what do we do? Then, because we're first time parents, it was the best, The doctor just said, I'm not sure if it was a biased decision or whatever, but we're just trying to save baby and make sure that the baby was safe. So I didn't want to be selfish and wait to be dilated and all that, because being a first time mom could mean that your dilation can take hours, like literally a lot of time. And with our situation, it meant that baby had to come out as soon as possible. So I was scheduled for emergency C-section, where they put me into theater right there and there. And that day, I think it wasn't even that busy, because it was a night. Remember, I think I was the only one on that time. In the labor ward, I was the only one, I think. But I was going to the theater, so I didn't even see. But I think in theater, you're only like alone. So the doctor is like, okay, we can now go for them. Let's go for the C-section. They put me in the theater. Now they have to inject me with the anesthesia. It's anesthesia, yeah. Guys, that injection is so painful. Like, I actually googled like how it looks like after And I was like, so this is what went into me. What do you mean? Because what? It's so big. So at that time, I was supposed to be still, because any silly mistake, I might be paralyzed for life. So the doctor, the anesthesia, what is it called? So the doctor was supposed to administrate that injection, told me to be still. And at this time, I'm trying to be as strong as I can. I know it's painful, but I'm trying to be strong for baby. So for just like those minutes, I was having a contraction. I'm even reliving it now. I'm having a contraction, and I tried to be strong for those few minutes, and the anesthesia worked. So they'll ask you, like, so as soon as they did that, they asked me, how do you feel? Like my feet were starting to get cold, like I was feeling cold. So they're like, okay. So they then pinch me and ask me, do you feel this? I'm like, I can feel you holding me, like I can feel you touching me, but yeah, like okay. So now they start, mind you, I was awake, I wasn't sleeping, I could feel the pressure. So they start doing the operation. So they cut me open. My husband is the one who saw all these things. Like I couldn't even see anything because I was blacking out, you know. I didn't have that much energy anyway, because you're high on drugs and it's a lot of things going on. So my husband is one who was watching. He still says today he's just traumatized from that experience. And I'm like, girl, boo, Minster, I'm the one who was cut open. But I don't have a memory, like I didn't see what was happening exact. So they cut me open. I'm not even feeling it. Like it was a weird sensation. Like I could feel them touching and doing that, but I didn't feel any pain. So they removed the baby. They then remove the baby, and he cries. Oh my goodness, that was the best. I think if you're a mom, that is the best first cry. Like immediately, I didn't even think like I was going to cry, but as soon as he cried, I bawled my eyes out. And of course I couldn't move, like, because I was just like laying there. So I bawled my eyes out, I was crying, and they took baby and they made him come close to me, like to see him, because it's different from like normal delivery where they can put the baby on you, like you can hold him. But because you are on anesthesia, they can't really put the baby because you're covered. You're only covered up to here, so you can't sit down there. So there's not enough space for you to like put the baby. So I just saw baby, and he was just so gorgeous. In the end, my husband is the one who then was looking, like taking care of baby while I was being closed, like while I was being stitched up, right? So they stitch him up as they are weighing baby. They're making sure that he's like breathing properly, and because he already pooped inside, they were supposed to make sure that he was getting oxygen like throughout his body and all that, so that his lungs were functioning okay. It was a good thing that he cried. They waked him in, they wrapped him up, he was all warm, and then after that they had to put him in oxygen. I think it's just protocol that you put baby in oxygen if they had passed stool in the tummy. So they did all that, and they had to take him to the NICU, and I was then stitched up and taken back. So after stitching me up, right, I was wheeled to another room where they covered me, when they put like blankets on me so that I would warm up. After that, they asked me like, are you feeling warm? And I was like, yeah, I was feeling a bit warm. And they said okay, and then they took me to my room. Like it was special, it was a weird treatment because I'm like So they carried me, like, remember, I'm still numb, I can't feel anything down my, like I can't feel my feet at all. So they carried me, they put like a pad, like what is it called, so that I wouldn't spoil the blankets, like the bed. They put a pad on me, they dressed me up, they did that and that, and then they moved me to my bed, and then they left me there. So after they dressed me up and all that, I then slept a little bit, and then my husband came to see me. I think, I'm not quite sure how long it took. Actually, the doctor told me that if you now start to feel pressure, a little pressure, or you start feeling anything at all, tell the nurse and they give you medication. So that whole time, that my whole stay at the hospital, I was high on medicine. That's the only way I could survive, I think, because I don't think you can survive being cut open without medication, because I was high because the first 2 days, 1.5 days, baby was on NICU. So I wasn't with him, he was in the NICU. I would only go and see him when my husband came. Remember, I couldn't walk like proper. I was still like in medication. So I would only go there when my husband came to visit me. Then I'll go and see baby, because he was in the NICU. So for the first 1.5 days, I didn't have him with me. So the day, remember, I gave birth around 11 p.m. It was to 12 actually. It was 23:58. That's when baby was born, 7 June. So after that, 8 June, the whole day, the baby was still in NICU, so we had to go and see him there. Then baby was cleared 9 June in the afternoon, like close to evening really. So after he came, they came with him to my room, and now it was so sweet because my mother was also there. Like baby came before it was visiting hours. So yeah, when baby came, my mom and my husband came and visited me too, and then I was learning how to do the whole breastfeeding thing, which was so beautiful because my mom was telling me, okay, do this and do that. And baby couldn't latch properly. So the first day I was with him, yeah, that's what happened. We didn't latch, but I kept on trying. Yeah, something was coming out. I had to like nurse him, I express for him, and he was doing okay. And I changed my first diaper. I wiped him all up because we didn't bath them at the hospital. I didn't want him to bath at the hospital for some reason, because I heard that first skin is good for baby. So I didn't do anything, I didn't want him to be bathed. Thankfully he didn't have to be bathed because he was on NICU. We don't bath babies in NICU, they just wipe them down. So I wiped him down, changed his clothes for the first time. I loved it. I put him on his beautiful clothes, beautiful romper. I took pictures of him. I couldn't stop taking pictures of my baby. I couldn't stop. I took pictures of him, and the recovery on my side. Like, remember I was telling you I was high. Like literally after every 4 hours they would come and give me pills, give me an injection. Pills injection. I had so many sores like on my arms and on my thighs, because they were also injecting me so that I wouldn't have blood clots from the from just being in bed and all that. So at that time I was so strong, like I was just like enjoy. I was like, okay, like just inject me, because I used to be a person that would be scared of injections, but at that period I'd been injected so much, like I couldn't even feel the pain anymore. So they would come. So when baby came to to my room now, I just asked them not to give me that other injection, because literally that injection made me sleep. That injection would make me sleep. If they injected me, I wouldn't even be able to like type on my phone. I'll just sleep. So it wasn't going to work when baby was with me. So I told them, like, could they give me oral medication for the pain, and they gave me that, and I could take care of baby now. So first day goes by and people were visiting, my friends came, family came, you know, it was beautiful. Then after the first day, so I was sharing a room. I was in a 2-room, like we would share a room, the two of us. We had a bathroom. So this other mom was transferred to another room, I think, and then I got this second mom. Tell me why. You know, you have to be, let me tell you something. If you're giving birth, be considerate to other moms. Be considerate, okay? Be considerate. So they were visiting hours. One person who was allowed from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Was it 8 or 9? I think it was 8 p.m. was my husband, right? And any other person was only allowed to visit around 11 to 12. 11 to 12 or 11 to 1. I think it was 11 to 12. So remember, baby was not with me the first day. Second day, baby was with me. So that night I slept, like I didn't sleep, really. I didn't sleep because, you know, like that first day, those first days are like crucial and they are really hard on the body. So I didn't sleep because baby kept on waking up. I had to nurse him, I had to change him, I had to just, I didn't sleep that night. So in the morning I wake up, I bath. When baby was still sleeping, I tried to like rush it. I bath, and then I come back to my part of the room, you know, because there are curtains anyway, like if you've been to a hospital. So I sleep. I don't sleep, sorry. I get ready, and then she also goes in, gets ready. So now let me tell you what happened. It's during the day. The first, like that one came like the night before. So here's the baby, what. So that day, that actual day, like the morning, we had our breakfast. They came with our breakfast, like the food was good, guys. I was eating like a hotel. I was eating like a hotel, like first class food. I loved the food day. I loved the servers. Okay. So okay, we eat our breakfast, we have our medications, and visiting hour comes. My husband comes, my mom comes, and they stay. My husband has to go to work, my mom also has to go home. So they go home, they leave me. Now it's after they had left, right? And now this lady, her visitors come after visiting hours. Girl, baby is trying to sleep, like a small baby, like my baby was trying to sleep. Her baby was sleeping for some reason, I don't know why. So baby is trying to sleep, you know. I'm also trying to sleep, like, you know that you have to take a nap when baby sleeps. You have to take a nap when baby sleeps. So when baby sleeps, I'm trying to sleep now, and they come. They are laughing out loud, making noise, yada yada yada. Yo, guys, if there was anything like postpartum depression that I experienced, it was that day. So I didn't sleep the previous night. And then now I'm trying to sleep while my baby is napping, and you guys are making noise. I'm like, I was just like so emotional at that time. When my doctor came in the afternoon, like he came in the afternoon around like 4-5, and when he came, like I couldn't talk to anyone at that time. We're not even talking with that roommate of mine. So when the doctor came and he asked me, how are you, I bawled out. I cried, like I was hyperventilating, like I cried. I remember, guys, I cried so much. I cried to him. I cried I cried, Jam. I cried that day. I cried. So he's like, okay, are you okay? And then I cried and cried, and he let me cry. And then after that, he called. I'm about to even cry this like right now, because that's how sad I was that day. So I cried to him, and then he called my husband and was like, okay, we will need to change the room or something like that. And my husband was like, okay. Actually, I was cleared, right? And my baby was not yet cleared. Like, I had to wait for the pediatrician to come and clear baby. So he was like, okay, I have cleared her, she can go home, and she will come for the review like in a week. So I was cleared. Now I was waiting for baby to be cleared. So the baby was cleared around 6-7, you know. So they come and they clear and they say, oh, baby is cleared, baby can also go home, you know. So after they cleared both of us, guys, my husband came, and because the doctor told him how sad I was, like it was anything at that moment, anything at that time frame can spiral really badly, like really badly. So they had to make sure that I was taken care of before depression kicked in, you know. And the doctor was like, yeah, it's normal that they can be so emotional, and right now she needs to be close to home, like she needs to go home and be close to her family, close to people she cares about, close to people who care about her. So that very same night, guys, we packed our clothes. And we had to travel at night. I'm sorry, we had to travel at night because my mental health was because of that one woman and their visitors. Because they did the same thing. Because after the doctor came in the afternoon, they came, right? The visiting hour the evening visiting hour, which was from 6 to 7, I think. It was 5 to 6. They came again. They did the same thing. They made noise. So really, I was going then Goisha, guys, at that moment. So so we just decided to lock me out of the hospital, and my husband came. We picked our bags, and I was dismissed. I was taught how to dress my wound, not to put salt, just betadine, do that and do that. So I was taught to do that, and we left. I left with my baby because baby was in NICU. He didn't have a BCG. We had to come back for the BCG because your girl didn't want to be at the hospital. The hospital was not safe for me, so I had to go back and get a BCG. After, like, I think we went, like, after a few days we went back. Actually, my mom and my husband are the ones who went to get baby injected because, you know, I was still on bed rest because I had a C-section. So they went and came back with baby. So yeah, that was my labor and delivery story, guys. And delivery story. I think it was not that hectic, but the point that I cried like hysterically, like I hyperventilated, like I cried so much, guys, because I think I was bottling in these emotions and these feelings. And when he asked me, are you okay, I couldn't hold it in. I cried. But anyway, my postpartum was really good. No depression, nothing, because I had a very supportive team. I had a very supportive husband. So I was well taken care of, guys. I was well taken care of, and I didn't get a chance to be depressed, thankfully. Thanks to God's grace. And you know, it was good like that. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the story time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And I hope, hopefully, the next few pregnancies that I have, pregnancy maybe because pregnancy is not for the weak. So yeah, I would definitely in the next few years be filming one or two of those, one or two of my journeys. So thank you a lot for that beautiful labor and delivery, because I always, for the first few months, I would be like, why did I get to have this emergency C-section? So I'm like, by some time I'm like grateful that I came back home with a living baby, with a breathing baby, because there are a lot of people who go to the hospital and they're not given enough advice and enough details that they come back without a baby. And I would have been torn apart. I would have been devastated if that had happened to me. So in as much as it is not something that I prepared myself for, it was emergency for me. It was a surprise for me. I didn't even know that I could have a C-section, because everything was okay until the last minute apparently. So yeah, it was a surprise. It was not planned, but at the same time I feel like it was God's plans for us. And thankfully, in a situation that we were in, where baby was in possible danger, God then provided for us another solution, which was emergency section. So I'm really grateful for that, and I wish to experience like a normal delivery in the future. Even though people say that it's so painful, I don't think it might be as painful as my C-section was, because I think with C-section you don't feel the pain there and there, but the post treatment, like the post recovery, is what is painful. The vaginal birth, it's uncomfortable, it's so painful in that moment, but post recovery, I think it's on the easier side compared to a C-section. So I hope and I pray to God that I get to experience the normal delivery, so that I actually know what I'm talking about, so that I can say, okay, I'll prefer this over that. But that was my labor and delivery story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until the next one, bye.